Good morning. How's everybody been? Okay, I'm going to start off with Miracle Inc. My friend Verushca, Normandeau, she has the channel called Rose Yoga on YouTube, and basically she makes tinctures and essences, herbals, and then like these essences, they've got a little crystal in them. They're very pretty. If you guys don't know the story, she brought me in a couple of bottles, and she had recommended Fairy Godmother to me. So instead of going with her pick, I decided I wanted to run my hands over them and see which one attracted me the most energy wise. Okay, so I ran my hands over them and I picked a bottle, and when I turned it to see what the name of it was Fairy Godmother. Okay, so she nailed that. She knows her stuff. She also gave me a tincture. Okay, gosh, I can't remember what it was called, but there was black magic rose, Puna rose, and then red rose. Okay, so that totally reminded me of the black moon. In basically black moon conjuncting Venus and Chiron. Integrating the light into the dark. It's union. It's compromise. It's the gray area. It's unity. Yeah, unity consciousness. Anyways, so I'm gonna spray a couple sprays here. We like to start off with like 3 sprays. Wishes coming true. Okay, so I was not able to get to the reading yesterday. I apologize. My readings are really, really long, and by the time I was able to get to it, I had about 20 minutes before I closed the shop and went home. I usually get a ride, so if I miss my ride, it takes me like an hour longer to get home, and then like I have to walk and hitchhike. So being lazy yesterday, I just wasn't in the mood. So I figured, well, I'm going to make it up to you guys. I will do a karma reading sometime this week. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it later on today. It just depends. Okay, so backtracking. Sunday, the moon started off at midnight in Leo at 21 degrees. Okay, that is the very next degree after the full moon. So we still have the full moon in Leo at 20 degrees active for at least another week. Okay, also Sunday we had several things happening. Let's see, how do I want to start it? The ascendant is in Scorpio, so it's about getting clear and executing, making a judgment, but not being judgmental. Okay, ascendant for me, your rising sign, for me, that's what you're supposed to aspire to. Now, I'm going to remind you guys that I am not an astrologer. I'm a tarot card reader and intuitive. Okay, so all this information is from things I've researched and intuited. When I look at the energy, I see so much more than the generic textbook definitions. Now, if you guys are interested in learning astrology or checking out your own astrology, I would totally recommend this book. Now, Spirit brought me the books that I do have, and I wholeheartedly believe in them. I hope you guys do too after watching my readings and the messages that I get. Okay, so the name of the book that I like to use is called The Only Astrology Book You'll Ever Need by Joanna Martine Woolfolk. She's also the author of Sexual Astrology. I love her information. I'm able to take that and add to it, and the basic info really helps me create something detailed, or it helps me jump into that energy, and I'm able to see, multiple aspects, multiple dimensions on the information that I have in that book as a guide. I use several books, but for the most part, this is the one I use. Let's see. Where was I? There was something else I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, Midhaven. The Midhaven is in Leo at 11 degrees, so you could definitely, the portal is still open to become famous, or for some of you guys, infamous. That depends. You could be really proud, or you could be really ashamed or embarrassed. Could go either way. Okay, numbers for today. 9 and 15. Oh, excuse me. Numbers for Sunday. Excuse me. I started off with Sunday. Numbers for Sunday were 9 and 15. So there was either an ending, unconditional love, a purge. There was forgiveness and compassion. And 15 is alchemy. It's about expressing a change in your boundaries, or the expression of a boundary change. Okay. Or it could have been an expression of surprise. You could have been taken by surprise, not necessarily a good surprise, but it could be. It could have been. Okay, so somebody changed something about. They made a decision and decided to move forward with something that was better for them. For a small group of people, you might have decided that you were better than the situation, or better than you were before, or better than this person, which would denote shadow side tendencies with self-indulgence, being self-centered, conceited, overbearing, bullying, egotistical, bossy, jealous, possessive, overbearing, vain, drawn to luxuries. Okay, with that Leo energy. Leo is the energy of authority, healthy self-esteem. It's playful, vibrant, like a child. It's colorful, dignified, affectionate, and outgoing. This is a fire sign, so they are leaders, okay? They have an instinct for leadership, and they're magnetic with heart-centered emotions. They're warmth, right? Because they're ruled by the sun, so that would denote heat, okay? Denote. Okay, that's twice I've already said denote. I usually don't use that word, so we're going to write that down, and I'll get to that in a minute. Denote, the note, love letter, Dear John letter. Let her. Allow her. Let her. Allow her. Okay, and I'm hearing Let It Be, yes, by John Lennon. And also the Sesame Street version, Letter B. So the letter B may be important in some kind of way. It could be your name, it could be somebody else's name, it could be the name of your project. I don't know, for somebody out there. And I want to say a couple of people. Dear John letter. Okay, I read, I just said that out loud, and I heard high crimes in my head. So this sounds like prostitution. So this could be like a prostitution sting. Okay, I'm channeling right now, guys. Okay, I get stuff coming to me in that way. Okay, so there could be like busted in a sting. The additional numbers 2 and 2, and actually we have 3 2s, 2 2 2. Okay, so 2 2 2. One person has got a plan, or somebody's got a plan to move forward, or somebody's making a decision to move forward, or there's a balance to one person from another. So this also denotes like 2 people that are involved. And I'm hearing or 3. There's a lot of Gemini energy. I believe in what do you call it? I believe in Vedic. There's something to do with, I don't know if the sun's moving to Gemini or some kind of moon in Gemini or something, but I'm getting the Gemini energy. That Gemini is really important right now. Gemini could also be represented with the Mercury. And, oh, okay, one of these T-squares, Mercury and Pisces. Okay, I was wondering why I was getting that. So it's about 2 or 3. Could be about, like I said, union and compassion, which is why the Gemini is coming up. Yeah, 2 of a kind pair, a mating pair. And the 3rd house. I don't think there's anything in the third house right now. Somebody has something in their third house, so Gemini energy is really important. It could be a child that's a Gemini. Okay, now they're like ramming it into my head. Gemini, 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 Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. Gemini, Gem, and I. So it could be somebody out there. It could have to do with the Gemini. Maybe you're a Gemini, you're dealing with a Gemini, your child's a Gemini, or you could be doing some traveling, or it's somebody's name. Gemini can be somebody's name, or you could be referring to somebody named Gem. I don't know, Jemmy, Gemelina, whatever. It could be Jim and I. Jim and I. Gem and I. GE Mini. Electric, little electric, GE Mini. So, what is that? Like a mini fridge or some kind of mini electrical item? Oh, GE, like last night here in Hawaii, we had an electrical storm. It was about like 16 to 19 miles offshore from where the last lava flow had dumped into the ocean. It was similar to the storm that we had over Fisher 8. At least that's by my observations. It was gnarly. But it was brief and it seemed short. It moved out really quickly. So GE Mini could be something, a short current, minor shock, or a shock seemed minor. Or it could be a child that gives you, could be a child caught in a scandal. Could be smoking, could be vaping. With the Scorpio ascendant, it could be a child that dies from vaping or some kind of burn. Reading too much into it. Okay, so in addition, we have 3 and 3. Okay, so 3 is joy, it's children, it's ideas, it's also traveling, communication, it's also teamwork and cooperation, ideas, datas, and facts, and the road. Okay, they're telling me, and the road we travel. Okay, so we also have 666, and actually the universal month of 6. Okay, so this is a big month of healing the past. This is showing your love through service and being socially responsible, but not conforming to societal expectations. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 number 6s. Okay. Healing the past with an exchange. Yeah, exchanging old boundaries for new permanent ones. So 1 is ended. 2 9s. With the Leo energy, it's about being happy, laughing, and smiling. It's also related to showbiz. The happy people, the hot people, the cool people, you know, red carpet, glitz and glam, shiny, charming actors, musicians. With the sun in Aquarius, it is groups, the popular, the famous people, And I did say that Leo was leadership energy. Yeah, they confront problems head on. But sometimes I have issues because they have this projected image of their lover. Okay, and then they end up getting disappointed when they don't live up to your expectations. And you see them as part of you, so it could wound your pride and ego. So you could, in a sense, be ashamed of somebody else's actions. And Leo energy likes to flirt. You like people to notice and admire you, okay? It's flirting too. Additional channelings with the Leo moon. Oh, I can write that on there. Hall. And Leo is like the winners. And it's about smiling. Burns, sunburns, flashes, flash fires, heroes, first responders, representatives, ego, ergo, live, going live, alive, feeling alive, right? Zest. Florida, cocaine, bright lights. Where's this too? Spice. Yellow, royalty and privilege, right? Kings, queens, prince, princesses, all of that. All of the above and all of the below. Also, acknowledgement, recognition, honor, admiration, fans, followers. Don't shoot, as in don't shoot your gun. Also, don't take the picture. And, of course, the opposite, shoot. Shoot them. And get that picture, okay? It could be paparazzi, striking a pose, so it could be slapping, hitting, I want to say bitch slap, and feeling like somebody's always watching you, like there's lurkers, crazy fans, and paparazzi, like I said. Look at me, see me, don't look at me, don't see me, shameful, shameless, bully, cheaters, bird of paradise, bird of prey, to live and die, in LA, also Los Angeles, the pleasure and the pain. A haul, like towing something with a trailer. So this could be also movie trailers. Towing movie trailers. The big stars. Oh, blue star. I saw blue star the other day for the first time. I've been seeing gray, black, and white, and gold, and silver. It's the first time I saw a blue one. I'm not sure what that signifies. I'm sure I'll find out. Okay, and also, oh shit, what did I... I wrote it in the wrong place. Sorry, guys. Okay, so where was I? Bully. Oh, wait, I already said that. The pleasure and the pain, haul, and U-Haul. So I want to say, like, honored, awarded. Awards. Awarded, yeah, because we had the Oscars, right? Haul. Haul, not only just towing, towing with trailers and movie trailers, it's carrying a load, or in Hawaii the choke load would be chode. Okay, so I say chode, the load, like you're the winner. Also, like if somebody, I want to say landslide, they're telling me landslide, so it's like a victory, choice, select, cream of the crop, prime, and also the primaries. Okay, haul and U-Haul. Yeah, U-Haul rentals. Let's see. And then it moved into the moon in Virgo. So Leo and Virgo energy together, it's like a claim to fame or a claim to infamy. Some people may have been bragging or boastful, victimizing others. Okay, so Virgo energy, intellectual, meticulous, industrious, responsible, efficient, organized, and analytical, sometimes to the point of a mind spiral and down. Okay, they're helpful. They like order and practical things. They're concerned with long-term security. They seek truths with their keen mental powers. Remember now, Virgo is represented by the Hermit, mastering your mind. Okay, Virgos have strong common sense. They have an intelligent, thoughtful approach to life. They're the very picture of the perfectionist and professional. They're reserved, cautious, but they love to help people. Okay, older people, children, animals, they love to serve. What can I help you with? Okay, and shadow side is being critical, high-strung, standoffish, okay, argumentative, hypochondriac, so that kind of borders on I want to say schizophrenia. They're telling me schizophrenia. Okay, so neuroticism, being judgmental, or judgmental quality. Their imagination too, they can make up a story and roll with it, living in it as if it is real. Okay, they can be afraid. You can be afraid of your own anger. You don't like feeling vulnerable because you're scared of what you might do. And also part of the shadow side, living in the illusion of common stability. Skepticism. I don't believe you. Okay, so additional channelings under the Virgo moon. Caves, underground, under the skin, moss, herbs, issues with the lungs, respiratory system, vaporized. Can be steam with the Leo energy. Underground vapors rise. Underground heat. Okay, sorry. They're trying to give me additional messages. I'm trying to read you what I have over here, and they're giving me more stuff to say. I'm not even done talking. Okay, so paranoia, virus, viral, like under a virus under your skin, or going viral, say on social media, because we just coming out of the Leo moon energy, right? Now the Leo is going to be prevalent, so we can match that Leo energy with every moon that turns this week, just because it was a full moon, so that energy still exists, even though the moon moves into other signs. Okay, so we've got terrain, subterranean, territory. I'm hearing beneath your feet. Government, victim, victimize, victimhood, victimizer, blame, mind spiral, circular thinking, flaws, micromanaging, triples and sheeples, sacrifice, sacrificial lamb. Below the surface, trap, conspiracy, by the book, details, undercover, can of worms, making up, sinners, saints, angels, and demons. Precision, spreads like wildfire, like a virus. Meth lab explosion, success in government, evacuation, witch hunt, ceasefire, smother, snuff, and extinguish, put out. Interesting how the Leo blends into the Virgo energy. Okay, so there was a lot of energy this weekend. You guys could have had a little bit of issues settling down. That's already the Venus and Aries, but with the full moon, you might have felt charged up or fired up, or it could have felt like you were kind of having anxieties. You could have been anxious or had a hard time sleeping. Okay, moon, having nodal contact, events centering on the home and family, nurturing and mothering. You could be helping somebody out or taking care of somebody, or just, fulfilling your role as mom or dad. Okay, and other people support you. So you could have been trying to make plans this weekend. For some of you guys, there was an end to a relationship, or there was a fight or a breakup. Okay, and with others, there was a child that was born, and there's events surrounding the offspring. What was it the other day? I was getting a christening, baptismal. Yeah, I think baptismal came to my mind. So somebody's getting their child baptized. It's just basically events surrounding offspring. And sometimes this kind of contact will be noted as a factor in various accidents and in cases of drowning. And we do have, we just had Mercury with the nodes the other day. So that is an accident prone, an accident prone, it could be somebody could have accidentally said I love you, or there could have been an accident that could have ended in death. Okay, so it feels like some of you guys are having to deal with losing somebody who is really important to you. Okay, so they could have been drowned, like either they suffocated or they couldn't breathe because the accident caused fire and there was smoke. They could have died from smoke inhalation, water, or they could have drowned in their own fluids. They could have actually drowned like in a pool or in a sea. Okay, or you could be drowning in tears yourself because you're crying and you can't stop crying. Okay, the 2 9s that we have today, that's, and the Scorpio rising, that is a purge. So you could be releasing a lot of tears for some reason or another. Okay, so the drowning could be drowning in obligations, drowning in debt, drowning in physically in the body, or just drowning in tears. Okay, and the thing is, there's a situation that's coming up now, not that it's new or anything, but it's coming up for you to change. Okay, you can't go back living the same way. You must move forward. Things can't ever stay the same, because then the universe comes in and wakes you up. So this is your wake-up call. Time to move forward and do something different. Okay, do something new. And if somebody who you are with is not, they're not ascending, this may be, the foot in the door on your way out. Or if you have been out for a while, they may finally do something and you say, that's enough. I can't do this anymore. Nope. Okay, but for the most part, you're building on your self-respect and not going back to, I want to say shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay, never should on yourself. Never should on yourself. Do the right thing. Do what feels right. Okay, and you should have an externally rewarding experience that helps you advance in life. Okay, even if it's just learning a lesson or realizing something. Okay, and you'll get a lot of support, outside support, universal support, friends, family, relatives, neighbors, co-workers, all coming to your aid. Okay, so Venus, wait, what is that? Now, I don't have extensive information on Chiron. I have basic information. I definitely need to do more studying of that asteroid. But Venus conjuncting Chiron and Aries. Now, you may recall that Black Moon Lilith is conjunct Chiron and Aries, and that's the integrating and the healing of the dark. Now, Venus moves in and joins the T-square for an optimal final release, a cleanup. like say take this soda can, okay, maybe the soda's all bad in it, so you dump out the soda, but there's still remnants inside, right? There's still residue. You need to rinse it out, right? So that's kind of like what we're doing. We've cleaned out the main, but there's still like scrapings and remnants, you know. It's kind of like if you underwent an operation to remove some cancer, which is poison and toxic cells, right? So these emotions is pretty much like the same thing. We've removed a big chunk of them. Now there's just a little bit of residue. Okay, so Venus conjunct Chiron and Aries could take you back. Okay, Aries is about the self. Chiron is about healing, self-mastery. Okay, Chiron and Aries is about healing the identity. It's already conjunct with Black Moon, so we're recognizing who we were in the past and projecting a new image. Okay, so Venus, it's pleasure. Okay, it's what we love, what we value. It's sex, it's pleasure, it's money, and it is our values. So we are filling ourselves back up with our own values, good values, things that we love, doing what we love. I am. This is, for some people, it'll be that you're full of yourself. Okay, because that arrogance, God's gift, can shine through. Okay, but for others, it's, I love me. I love who I am. I love my name. I love my face. I love how I look. Venus and Aries. I need to fix myself. I'm enjoying fixing myself, and I feel so much better. Okay, I'm still hearing flush. So yeah, it's a flushing out, but Venus in Aries can also be a blushing, like your face is getting flushed. Don't know why I'm getting that, but yeah, like I said, it joins a T-square for an optimal final relief. Now, if you recall, that T-square is between the North Node and the South Node, so it's creating that projection and actualization of who you are authentically without society's expectations. Okay, so this is coming back, the comeback from a cleansing. And there's also another T-square. Actually, there's two of them. Okay, let me get to the first one and I'll explain why. Okay, so the first T-square is between Uranus and Taurus, the moon in Virgo, and the South Node in Capricorn. Okay, now the second one is the same thing, but one of the planets has a different degree. Both of them are part of a kite formation. So there are two kites based on the same T-square, but with the exception of a slightly different number. So it feels like a step, or part one of part two. Okay, the kite denotes, and the kite exit denotes a leveling off of energies. Here, this is the point. Okay, so I want to say, first of all, the first kite, Uranus in Taurus, 3 degrees, moon in Virgo, 3 degrees, and South Node in Capricorn at 6 degrees. Okay, anytime you get Uranus, all hell could break loose. Okay, the thing about it is in a second, in a split second, lightning quick. Uranus can be enlightenment, awakening. Okay, changes in your fortune, changes in your paradigm, changes in your comfort, changes in your money situation, changes in beauty. Moon in Virgo, I just read you the moon in Virgo. You can rewind the video a little bit if you want to know a little bit more about it. But when I see Virgo, I think of fresh blood. Okay, and then South Node in Capricorn, past abuses, past self-sabotage at 6 degrees. Okay, so some of you guys could have been, for the longest time, you could have been in victim mentality. Okay, when the nodes come together with Uranus, it is, I'm hearing striking. For some of you guys, this is going to be a major shocker. Okay, you may end up going home, or this could be a sudden change for work, recognition for work that you've done in the past. Okay, you may be picked up. Taurus is represented by the Hierophant, so I want to say in government, in success in government, suddenly having to North Node in Cancer, a flood. This is like an evacuation because something's flooded. So this feels like a huge event. Hey, Uncle. This feels like a huge event. Okay, so events are unexpected and come about suddenly or out of the blue. Oh, look at that. And for some reason, I looked at all the sodas and I went, I don't feel like having any of them. The only one that speaks to me is Big Blue. So this could be a big wave, a tidal wave, a tsunami, with the kite exit, North Node in Cancer leveling. Oh, I always say it's a leveling out. So leveling out by Cancer. So somebody could be getting Cancer, and I've already said that previously. This could be a tidal wave, a flood. Virgo. Let me look at this. Tidal wave, a flood. What did I say with Leo? Los Angeles. Oh, you know what? I was getting New York too earlier. They were telling me I was hearing live from New York. Okay, so don't know. Flood, crying, a lot of flooding. Also, an establishing yourself in one particular group. Like I'm now a doctor, or I'm now a assistant, or I'm now the manager, or I'm now married. Call me Mrs. Or we're going out, you're my girlfriend, you're my boyfriend. It's being titled establishing yourself somewhere, or a foundation somewhere. There could be issues with the home. Oh, the foundation cracking. Foundation cracking. Foundation collapsing. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm hearing the Rolling Stones. You're under my thumb. I don't know why. Okay, so anyways, back to the first T-square. Unexpected events. It could be brief encounters with somebody suddenly that can lift you to extraordinary heights. Like I want to say sudden fame. Or it's sudden recognition or a sudden honoring, like, you're the one. Let's see. Or you could be dashed into the depths with Uranus and Taurus, right? Change of fortune. You could be exposed for being a victimizer, or exposed for being a victim. You could be ridiculed, or caught on video, going viral. Could be something went viral. The other day I was getting sharks. So it could be predators. Shocking predator attacks with North Node in Cancer. This could be sharks. I was getting that the other day. Taurus, the earth. And these are earth energies, yeah, exiting through water. Changes in the earth. Comfort zone is underground, traveling underground, changes in the earth underground, water, not water, emotions underground, beneath the earth, South Node in Capricorn, the past. Capricorn is like hilltops, mountains, underground river, the underground river. Underground festering. Hold on, I want to check something, guys. I'm going to check my moon in because there's something. Oh, I wanted to check the moon in Cancer because there was something something here I'm looking for. Wet, rain, flood, drown, stopping the insanity, acting on promises, home and family, safety, security. Head to the mountaintops. Getting to higher ground. Yeah, turn around, don't drown, guys. Uranus. Suddenly, oh yeah, suddenly having to be rescued. So this could be rescuing people from the floods from the top of wherever. They had to go to higher ground, right? So, you know, rising tides, you got to go higher. Okay, it's not a good time to take unwise risks. Like I said, turn around, don't drown. Public reputation of an individual. If you've been honest and adhered to ethical codes, you're going to be fined. Okay, and for others, possible negative criticism or ruin. It could be unexpected loss of a job or scandalous attacks. Yeah, Uranus and Taurus, that's open enemies. That's like somebody opens their mouth and says something nasty. They're picking on you or picking at you. And in the past, they've possibly done this before. Okay, so you may wind up crying. Let's see. Sudden popularity and fame. There's definitely an issue of freedom, or it could be a loss of freedom. Could be going to jail, incarceration for a serious crime. And I was getting, you know, channeled high crimes. I think it was just Saturday. Or it's a black spot. Okay, it's a black spot on your record, a lesser crime. But I was getting high crimes, guys. I don't feel... I mean, there could be some less recognition for lesser crimes. Same deal, just as shocking, like, oh my God, I forgot about that ticket. Can be chance encounters, okay, and they're quite significant in one way or another. Now, when this aspect occurs and relationships that you begin right around this time can be temporary, erratic, a source of upset, irritation, or it could be just they breeze in and they breeze out, but there is a purpose, there is a lesson, and once this lesson is given, okay, the relationship comes to an end. Although it's, you know, weirdness, but not necessarily on a sour note, but it can end on a sour note, okay? Let's see. Interests may develop or opportunities open up in areas such as astrology, electronics, or advanced technologies. Okay, with the Leo and the Virgo moon, this can be with the government. Child's play. Let's see what else this says. And actually, you know, it says right here, the house position of Uranus can help to pinpoint the area of focus. Okay, so very personal. Possibly something's leaving, somebody or something's leaving. You got your friends crowding around you, supporting you. This could be a time of the birth of something. Could be children, could be ideas, could be a dog, or the beginning of something. And there's events surrounding children or pets or your ideas. Okay, as I said yesterday, accidents, drowning, cases of drowning, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, energetically. But What's I gonna say? Is that a joining? It's just, you know, oh well, this is meant to happen. Okay, so the second T square, same exact planets, Uranus and Taurus, Moon in Virgo, South Node in Capricorn. But this time, the kite exits through Mercury and Pisces. So this can be, you know, you need to stop doing this to me on a day-to-day basis, or we're done. Or this could be, I love having you in my house. I can't believe I'm so lucky I found you. I don't deserve you. So this could be flipping the switch and suddenly I love you unconditionally for the rest of my life. But it could also be anger and I hate you, I want out, or I'm gone, I'm out of here. And I think I talked to you guys about that too, or I'm leaving. Okay, so now we get to Monday. Not very much happening on Monday. It was kind of, I want to say confusing. It's kind of dreamy. You might have had a hard time paying attention. But for the most part, you were optimistic. You had a lot of energy, but it kind of felt like you were stuck. Like you had a lot of energy, but didn't really have an outlet to put it in, or you didn't feel comfortable expressing the energy. And now 46 minutes in, I get to today. The moon in Libra. Okay, so Tuesday, the moon started off in Virgo at 21 degrees. Okay, so it's recognizing where you've been victimized, and also recognizing that you're not a victim anymore and that you're actually the victor. So some of you guys, this is the evolution revolution where you've woken up. Okay, you cannot be treated in a particular way, and for others you realize you got to get up and help somebody. You this is generally what you want to do. You want to help people. Okay, and others, it's time to get moving where you've been complacent or you weren't able to move the other day or a couple of days ago, or for the last few days. You're coming to a point where, you know, I got to get this done. There's I'm hearing menial tasks. So I got to clean this up. I got to situate myself and do my day-to-day chores. Okay. What can I do to help clean stuff up? Okay, so the ascendant is in Scorpio at 12 degrees. Okay, so surrender to clarity, a clearer perspective of where you're supposed to go. And the midhaven is at Leo, so some magic can be happening. Sparkling magic, shiny, creating a shine, possibly through an idea. It really feels magical, like a bright idea. Interesting. So it could also be healthier for you to just let things happen. Okay, we have numbers of 11 and 8 today. Okay, but boy, that Scorpio energy is still here, isn't it? The number 8, ability to cope. Okay, and 11 signifies an open portal. Okay, a goal. I express this, you express this. Let's do this. How do we deal with this? Let's do that. Okay, 8th house can be shared resources. So you could be making some plans in terms of something you do together. Why do I always got to do the dirty work? So this kind of feels like making changes and helping somebody else out with helping them carry the load, helping balance them out, being the sounding board. 11 is a master number. Okay, what I see is two people on the, I'm hearing page. Okay, so page and page, you guys are on the same page, sharing your ideas about how to get along. So this can be talking. Every time I want to tell you something, you get upset. Changing that to every time I talk, every time I want to express something, I feel like I'm tiptoeing because I'm afraid of your reaction. And you may not initially realize that you're afraid of somebody's reaction, but I may be just telling you right now, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe that's why I haven't spoken up, because I have been afraid. So, there can be a little bit of recognition there that, oh, I've been afraid, or I've been defensive. We're going to have to change that. If we're going to get along, and that's our plan, is to figure out how to get along forever, because we love each other. I almost broke out in the Barney song. I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. With a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? I know it seems silly, but I mean, listen to the words. No lies, guys. Okay, 8 can also be about legacy. It's also the infinity sign. As above, so below. So the skies are allowing it for you guys to work together, be on the same page, and work towards a shared goal, which is most likely a shared resource. Not necessarily money, but something that you guys both tap into and something that you guys are both responsible for. We have additional numbers of 27 and 1. So 27 is like giving, expressing love, or one person talking to the other. This is my idea. This is how we get along. This is the goals that we should do. Okay, I'll take this part and you take that part. So there could be a delegation of duties, deciding instead of somebody assigning or projecting a role onto you, saying, okay, I'll do this and you can do what do you want to do, instead of saying you'll do this and I'll do that. Oh hell no, bitch, you don't tell me what to do. I'll tell you what I want to do. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. The number 3. So actually we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So 7 is missing, and guess what? The moon moves to Libra, the 7th house. Okay, so the 5555, that's changes, surprise, and gifts. So they could literally surprise you with wanting to chat about this, or you could surprise them, or you could be surprised that they actually want to share the load instead of making you do it, or they could feel surprised that when you say, hey, I need you to do this part of it, or why am I always doing this, you need to do your share. Also too, there's a danger here. There can be somebody who's arrogant, saying you're not enough. Okay, so it just depends on your recognition of your responsibilities or your role in things. If it's really not your responsibility, then that's going to come up for discussion. Okay? Libra energy, moon in Libra, balance, harmony, equality. Okay? Giving and taking, giving back, reciprocity, giving and taking. It's also the sign of partnership. It's creative, charming. They love to share. Okay, so this is like, you help me with this and I'll help you with this. But it's not designating. It's not somebody designating to you. It's you designating what you'll do. You deciding what role you'll play in whatever this is. Libra is also the sign of contracts, right? Let's see. I want to kind of skip over a lot of this stuff. With Libra, I want to say dependence. Okay, women, children, animals, somebody you depend upon, or something that depends upon you, or you depending on somebody or something else. Okay. Libra's pretty easy. They go with the flow, but they are an air sign, so there can be that tinge of manipulation, jealousy. Shadow side would be indecision, self-indulgence, being dependent, being codependent, because what we're striving for is interdependence, right? I have my life, you have your life. When we come home together, we meet in the middle, we have our lives. You know, that's how we work together. Instead of draining each other, taking from each other, we're each doing our own, and we meet together, still doing our own for a third but separate life, but together. Okay? Because true intimacy, a true relationship, a true love is being able to be free within the confines of the relationship, right? Nobody's needy. We just help each other because we choose to, not because we need to, but because we choose to and want to. Okay, so the thing, oh, not the thing, the channeled information I get on Libra is court cases, injustices, justices, so judges, right? Blending into the Libra energy from Scorpio. Children, woman, vain, vanity, green eyes, the green-eyed monster, arrogance, jealousy, judgment, law, diplomat, diplomacy, balanced, weighted, weights, as in, lifting weights or having to weight. Also, the color pink, the color golden, like grains, golden grains like wheat or whey. Also, hair is curly hair. Goddess, of course, Libra represented by Venus. Okay, so goddess, like beautiful goddess. Also, revenge and revenge porn. Barbie dolls. Vindictiveness, passive aggressiveness, vengefulness. It's also recall, remember, quest, search, question, inquest, request, corroborate, collaborate. Okay, let's see. I gotta put all this information in one place, yeah. Ion. Yep, that's the information I got from there. Okay, so for the most part, let's see. Things are going well. If you guys are meant to be together, if you guys want to be together forever, you're figuring out how to work it out. Okay, or you're figuring out how to get on the same page in order to work it out, right? It's a process, so trust in it. Let's see. Uncomfortable, old wounds, disappointment in love affairs. Yeah, some of you guys could be dealing with a complete jerk or a complete asshole who wants you to serve them, and that's what they want you. They want you dependent upon them. And then there are others who are willing to be there together forever, Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta in Greece, together forever. We go together. Okay, let's see. Period of favor. Somebody leaves. Relationship comes to an end. Don't let it throw you. Don't let it touch you. This is a lesson of sacrifice in addition to your specific karma. Go with the flow. There is a reason for it. Okay. And, so the nodes cross the moon. And the black moon crosses or transits with the moon. Okay, so you're not good enough, you don't give me enough, you need to do more for me. That's when you give them the your number one sign. Right? Okay, also Tuesday's T-square, which leads into a grand cardinal cross with cardinal signs Libra, okay, Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn. The T-square exits through Mars and Sagittarius. So, watch that frustration. Watch that tendency to jump the gun before you know all the facts. Some of you guys, you got wanderlust. You can't sit still. Okay, so it could also be for a cause. Having to defend yourself. Why are you always doing this to me? I don't appreciate you all. I shouldn't have to defend myself all the time. That needs to change. Okay. Mars squaring the moon, squaring black moon, conjunct Chiron and Venus. Okay. All in Aries. So the thing is, this is on the midhaven in Aries. So it's about, it could be about the work, but it's the work you're doing on yourself. Or any element coming under Aries. Could have to do with blood, could have to do with war, could have to do with testing, could have to do with your appearance, disappearance, your face, how you look to people, being alone, being by yourself, being singled out, but shining, being singled out. Proud, brave. Let's see. You got some nerve. This is activism. Activism, and I want to say on your own behalf, or for others. It could be for women and children. Black Moon, Chiron, and Venus. I did talk about that, the integrating the dark with the light. Adding Venus to it can be like somebody's doing too much. The Venus in Aries can be selfish, so why are you always fighting with me? Why am I always doing the work? Why do you get frustrated so easily? Okay, you need to do something about that. Moon in Libra, promises, contracts, agreements. Whenever you get worked up and you want to fire or fire back, for some of you guys, it is somebody getting fired. For others, you are firing back at somebody that bitched at you, is what it feels like. The ascendant is on Cancer at 9 degrees, so it can be somebody, why are you always crying? Why are you always making me do this? Why do you always make me cry? Why can't I ever trust you? So it denotes frustration. Big frustration. For some of you guys, you may have plans to go on a trip, and those plans have suddenly changed. Those plans have suddenly changed because of the virus. Or because you found out either you have a virus, your partner has a virus, or your child has a virus, and it's progressing. I will not stop standing up for myself. Never give up. I will fight to my last breath. It also feels like for some who actually have some kind of disease or virus or cancer. For some of you guys, there may be an issue with walking. There could be like an injury that makes it painful for you to walk. Could have to do with the lower back and the thighs. Could have to do with the face. Could have to do with the nerves. Oh, Mars and Sagittarius Wanderlust can also be why you always change the subject. Ooh, something stinks. Stinky smells coming from back there. Yikes. Okay, and that turns into the Grand Cardinal Cross until February 12th. So it literally lasts like 24 hours, almost 24 hours. Okay, so the planet that is added in there, where the hell is it? Moon in Libra, Black Moon, Chiron, and Venus. Oh, the North Node in Cancer and the South Node in Cancer. Okay, yeah, so it turns out the Moon in Libra at 5 degrees opposes Black Moon, Chiron, and Venus, all in Aries. The North Node in Cancer, of course, opposes the South Node in Cancer. And the thing is, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fives in that. Okay, big changes, big surprises. With the Grand Cardinal Cross, it requires action. It deals with power abuses and leadership. It is a call to bring balance and justice to those who govern and rule, and to be more humane in our own positions of authority. Okay, so do not abuse your power today. Do not. Okay, either you're going to have to call somebody out on it, or they're going to be calling you out on it. And the next one that I want to get to, Wednesday, before I read my channeled information. On Wednesday, we have Venus squaring the nodes, meaning there is an attachment that is being removed from your life. Venus is about affections and attachment. So with the north and the south node, let's see, the ascendant in Scorpio at 13, somebody's dying. Midhaven, Leo at 14 degrees. A loud crying, a loud cry, crying out loud. 14 can be about, you know, posting it on social media. This happened, that happened. What's the number? 12 and 9, surrender to the changes. Closure. At peace. Finally, somebody dies. So, it can be about your children in their later years. So teenagers, adult children, can be about women and their interests, like finery, beauty salons, bridal prep, flowers, all things feminine and lacy, parties to, you know, even like a wedding or going to the spa. It can signify romance, marriage, and a frequent time of concern for a loved one. But with the squares, well, that depends on your chart. It can be those things, but it can be the exact opposite, where you suffer a huge loss of something, somebody that you were attached to. Okay, this is an exceptional time for childbirth, when affections and attachments come into your life and leaving. So this kind of feels like, you know, you break up with your boyfriend and your sister has her baby the same, you know, the same day or the very next day. So you don't have time to really mourn the loss. You know better. And you have this new, beautiful, shiny, new, gorgeous thing that completely changes your life. And then for others, somebody dies. I'm sorry. Okay, so I want to get to my channeling. So yesterday I didn't do my reading. I've been very busy and I've been overloaded. Oh, wow, an hour of talking. Well, I did owe you guys. So I have to remember that. 1:08, we get into the reading. So yesterday's channeling, I had gotten blimp, airship. Over the weekend, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and cereal came up quite a bit. Also, rails and derails. So some of you guys could have been snorting Coke. Or this could have been about reaming somebody, you know, railing them, yelling at them, or giving them what for. Derails, throwing you off, detouring you, an actual physical train derailing, or a blimp going off course. So going off course. And then today I got silicon land, fake land, Silicon Valley. Also caves and rushing to wait. And the rushing to wait is like, you got to hurry up and get this done, get this done, get this done. And you're expecting a fast outcome, and then you go in and, oh, it's going to be 30 days. Okay, so I hurried up to wait. So that's what it is. Progress and then stop. So it's small progress in bits and pieces, right? Also, expired on, free on, and freon, like in the fridge, right? That gas in a container, possibly gas exploding. The blue star, I told you, landslide, and schizo, I already told you guys. Exploding gas, or leaks, gas leak. high rise, tower, chemical romance, making amends, toxic, toxin, detox. I want to say spores, mold, could be mold too. Mold spots or rotting spots. Let's see, where am I? Detox, diets, being naked, being bare, being empty, bearing your soul, being vulnerable, sunbathing, suntan, soaking up the sun, as Sheryl Crow sings. And I did say, let her be, let it be, allow her, let her, Dear John letter, prostitution sting, love letter, the note, or D note, chemical mix and explosions, do not mix, and live from New York. Also, the word dude came up, and cowboy hat. Dude Ranch. Okay, short arrival, short notice, minor shock. Shock is minor, or shock the minor, like electric shock. I don't know, I can't read my own writing. I can't read my own handwriting, and I went through the Gemini stuff already. And that's it. You guys are off the hook. I can read. Oh, look at that. Just trying. Be strong for all you guys out there. Be strong to any kind of deaths that there is. That is Leo energy too, yeah. Healthy self-esteem. Live, laugh, love, guys. Okay. Marriage is reversed. So for a lot of you guys, you're not happy at the moment. Okay. Or your joy might have been taken away. Or you're just not living. Okay. Or you're not making any promises. Marriage is reversed. Marriage is the card of contracts, agreements, promises, working together. It's teamwork. It's also about the road we travel. Our path together. Ooh, death and Ace of Wands. Time to end that shit, okay? Old promises, old agreements, old contracts have expired. Okay, they've reached their expiration date. For some of you guys, you might renew them. Okay, you're not sure what you're going to do. Wow. Death and the Ace of Wands. I shit you not, okay? The flame of alchemy. A magic transformation. You're not sure if this time they'll turn around. Death is definitely transformation. Not chemical. Oh my gosh, I want to say chemical again. Flash. Look at this, guys. Okay, remember what I said? You're number one. You see the hand? Where's the wand coming from? The middle finger extended, right? We're done. You're number one, bitch. Also, Ace of Wands is a blessing because something has ended or you've lost somebody that you love. You can move forward now, okay? Their suffering is over. They're now in a better place. You may be unsure of what to do now, where you once planned to spend your life with this person, with this place, or with this thing, or even with this idea. It's now done. It's gone. It's gone forever. It's either been taken from you, or rent from you, or you lost it, or you gave it away. Okay? Not too sure. High Priestess is about your inner intuition, your guides. You know that you have to keep moving forward. Prince of Hearts and Temperance are reversed. Let me see what this is. Ooh, motherfucker. Wow. You're waiting for the shit to hit the fan, guys. That was on here. There's an intuitive... The Tower. That was one of my channelings for today, right? It's right here. I read it off to you guys earlier. Tower. Okay, so now this is dropping on this. What it dropped on, gas leak. Gas leak, New York. Underground. Right? Where are we? Moon in Virgo, underground, moving into Libra. So it could be an underground main in a building. Libra. Libra. Plum. In the plumbing lines, underground. Something. Gas leak, New York. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting, guys. All right, so you knew. No, don't need to apologize. They didn't apologize that they weren't being fair. Or it could be that suddenly they change how they act in the relationship and they just step up and start doing. Because this is also new beginnings. It can be moving. So somebody can retract a contract like, I've changed my mind. You can't be here, or I don't want this. It can be a physical moving, though. For some of you guys, you don't know where you're going. For others, it can be on the threat of death. Shockwaves. It's not fair. This is evacuation under threat of death, guys. The Tower. Don't know what the Tower is yet, but we'll find out in a little bit. Okay, so I'm still going to clarify that, but I'm going to keep on with the reading. The next card is expectation. Having to wait. When is this going to end? But being patient. Having to cope. So there's a time limit. It feels like there's a time limit, an expiration date. You were waiting. You might have been waiting, feeling helpless as something else moved forward. So you could have been waiting for the action to be completed, or you could have been waiting for your opening to act. Nine of Wands reversed. That would be Moon in Sagittarius. Implosion internally. No warning. Nine of Wands is usually about being, it can be about being defensive. It can be about being adventurous. So it's reversed. So it's kind of without warning. It's not fair. Never got to say goodbye. Never got to tell them that you love them. Aww. Make me cry now, guys. Yeah. Gas leak or chemical leak in a building suddenly. Could be that they went to sleep. Or, yeah, a final resting place. Want to clarify the Tower, please? The World and Five of Pentacles. The World is a culmination of events. It's also represented by Saturn. There's an order to everything. Five of Pentacles. Ghosting, anxiety, worry, fears. Talking about how uncomfortable you are. Bullying somebody. Why is this happening to me? I don't understand how it happened. So it's kind of like watching something go down in flames, or watching something unfold and not being able to do anything about it, not being able to comfort somebody. Time to disappear. So it can be demolition. The Eye. They're making me look at the Eye and the Saturn card. The Watchers. Arson. Watch it disappear. Is that a sinkhole? This is like a building disappearing in a sinkhole. I'm lucky I got out. Wow, so it could be like you were forced to move out of your home, like they raised the rent or something and you couldn't afford to pay it, and it's like they were wanting more and more, or they unfairly increased, and you finally got out of there, and then all of a sudden a gas leak just like levels the building, or the building collapses. Disappears. A sinkhole. What is this? Hangman and Mentor of Cups. Okay. Nurturing and healing our own feelings. Loving luxury or sensory pleasure. And then Hangman. Changing your perspective. Being stuck until you take a step back. It's retreating. Dipping into your spirituality. Neptune can also be closure. Loving luxury or sensory pleasure, which would be the sybaritic excess. So there can be poison. Look at this. Expectation, waiting for something to end, waiting to be empowered, waiting to move forward. The Water. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So it can be rising dark mist. And then Neptune, poison. Something leaking into the water? A leak. There's a leak. Waiting for word to get out that this had been a perpetual problem. So whatever this building is that collapses or has a gas leak, there was a previous problem before. And it could be that they weren't able to fix it because this was supposed to happen. Ace of Cups. Ooh. no love. Yeah, something wasn't addressed. And I want to say, where are we, Virgo? So 2nd to the 5th. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2. Something about a bit, nip, bite. Everything happens for a reason. I'm getting a lot of mixed messages with this. It's actually kind of tripping me out because there's so many transits and so many ways things can play out. I mean, there's a billion different prospects. An abandoned building. Gas leak in an abandoned building. So it's possible there is a structure that exists and something happens where I want to say possibly victims of fire or victims of some kind of chemical fire, or maybe kids, you know, playing with shit and something ignited, or something with the pipes underneath without warning. Or this could be the body of somebody that they find, a body popping up, died of unknown causes. No defense wounds. So it could be somebody was could have been runaways. Buried. Buried, trapped. Maybe they find a body, or kids are trapped in a building, in some kind of collapsed building, and there's, you know, some kind of, I want to say gas leak, or electrical fire. You know, something about this building, there's it's falling apart, it's abandoned, but there's something still in there that's still functioning. Okay. Some of you guys may be having to have a drink in order to nurse yourself and calm your fears. Some of you guys want to escape, want to get away. It's too much to bear. I'm hearing you can't handle the truth. 6 of Pentacles and King of Cups. Why did you have to go away? Six of Pentacles is also generosity, reciprocity, and payback. So for some of you guys, this can be a real loving transit. For others, you're nursing your sorrows. Some of you guys, it could be, if you can't beat them, join them, giving it back to them. So if there's an addiction here, drugs, gambling, pills, you may have to say something to somebody. That's too much. Don't you know when the party's over? Abrupt. It's time to go home. The party's over. So you could have to wait for an extended amount of time, or you could be wanting to spend a lot of time alone. Nice and too much. I'm feeling really weird about this, guys. I'm getting some weird, I want to say indication. I see a lot of dangerous things in here. And on that second note, I see an extremely positive reading on top of that. So, you know, there's always polarities, right? There's positive and there's negatives. So I've been reading you the negative things that I've been seeing. What I see in this set of cards is you're waiting for somebody to stop bullying you, pushing your buttons when they're drunk, when they're high. They could be teasing you. It can be disrespecting you or degradation because they're lit up or high as fuck. You're waiting for somebody to come down from that high. Unhappy, dark clouds, illusions, stuck. You're waiting for somebody to wake up. You're waiting for them to suddenly realize what you've been teaching them. You're waiting for them to give back, to be aware of what they've been creating with you. You're waiting for an emotional payback. It's not clear when they will profess their taking to you. It's not clear when they're going to start giving back to you. Because they have some kind of addiction that keeps them deluded. Adjudication. It's a number 30, so it's a sense of presiding. If this situation is, if this is qualified, then you can proceed. Okay, so it can be litigation and proceedings. Some of you guys have realized that you don't need to get married. Who says you have to get married, even though other people are expecting you to? 8 of Pentacles, adjudication, a new detail. Could be new facts and evidence because of research. Could be tools. Reprising a new tool. Reslicing the bread. Basically creating a new tool or clarifying a tool, adding a detail to a tool. It could be research. It talks about skills. So some of you guys could realize you have a new skill, or you've been developing a new skill, or This is just a new development, new information. Where are we in Libra? This could be new communication. It could be communication from somebody who's rich. This could be a banker. Oh, this could be you're missing a detail on your application. Or a request for more information. What is this? CIDML. CL. Boy, I'm blind. I just want to go like that, but it don't work. I'm blind as a bat. C Tom. Okay. C Tom. The letter C, T, O, and M. So there might have been something that was left out or something that comes to your attention. Could be child, could be an idea, could be a new road, a new car, a new way to travel, a new way to think, a new way to communicate. So yeah, you guys are possibly figuring out how to communicate and adding details or being more precise, being clear about your expression. So it could be putting something to use. Facts and evidence I'm getting again. Four of Swords. Ooh. Once again, getting away, taking a vacation, stay calm. Get away, get away. Silencing the fears, quieting the mind. Yeah, so this talks about rescue and extraction. So I don't see any water energy here except for it's unknown how deep inside they are. It could be a rescue in a cave. I don't know. Oh, underground tunnel. So this could be like in the sewers. Ten of Wands, burden, trapped. This escape hatch. Don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to make of it. They tell me shit, and I just tell you. Okay, high honor. High honor is, oh, look at that. High honor and message. I didn't realize it, but they're touching. Not that they came out together, but I think they might have. They both equal 7-7. Okay, 77 is, for me, it's being aligned. It's different with everybody. Oh, look at that. 77 and 7 clarified by the Magician. Okay, so high honor would be big. I want to say tall order. Message can be communication. So big changes in praise, in honor, being proud of yourself or being proud of somebody else. So there's a sense of accomplishment within a relationship or having big props to you, much respect. So somebody's giving you props. This can be communication from a partner or from somebody that you have that holds a promise, agreement, or contract with you, for you, or against you. This is a positive thing, though. High praise. So this is well wish. Hey, I love your work, love what you do. Can I get some more information? Or I need this. Yeah, I need this. Can you clarify something for me? Can we be specific? Can you explain? High honor and message with the Magician. So this feels like a poem, poetry, prose. I love your work. You make magic. Or you're so awesome. I love you so much. Magician, as above, so below. Mercury is in Pisces. So this is endless love. Unconditionally. I love you unconditionally. Conditionally. The Magician manifests some shit, right? You are my queen. I am your king. Creates a word. So this could definitely be a love letter. Like I was saying, it's a message of communication. Can be written, can be telephone call, can be a text message, can be an email. This can be well wishers too. You're gonna be just fine. Okay, you can do it. Stand strong. It's over. You did it. You've done it. Eureka, you've done it. You've hit the goal. Now you can grow. And for others, this may be just the Valentine's, a nice Valentine's gift that's in alignment. You're in their thoughts. They love you forever. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Abundance. Many piles. Jack of all trades. Feeling rich. Venus in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo. Not wasting your precious energetic resources spinning about something. Let it go. Not your circus, not your monkeys. This is also about being alone, the loner. Being alone a lot. It's living your best life. And then we come to the 10 of this, 10 of Pentacles. That's protection. So gain and wealth, abundance and protection. Having many piles of everything. So this can be like hoarder energy. This can be a collector collecting. Somebody could give you something that you've been collecting for a Valentine's Day present. Or you might receive it from more than one person. This is Jack of all trades, having many interests. Not wasting time on the details, having many interests. 4 of Wands. So be careful. Pay attention to the details. You might miss something, overlook something. Okay. How do I want to say that? What is it we have coming up that I wanted to... I think it's Mars and Capricorn next week. Wanting to rush. Okay, not wanting to be bothered with the details. I can't remember which transit it was. Guff on it. Mercury sextiles Jupiter on Saturday. So not wanting to be bothered with the details, just the basics, which is, foundation for Wands, Venus and Aries. I love it. Great idea. We'll work it out later. When? I don't know. Whenever I feel like establishing it. Final outcome. Final outcome would be the mature woman. Taking care of the house. So for some of you guys, you might be cleaning out the closet. Mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay. Cleaning out the closet. Establishing the framework of what the new closet's going to look like. mature woman. High Priestess, ruled by the moon, tapping into your intuition. You want your home to reflect you. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so for some of you guys, mature woman is, as an outcome, I would say, you're the mommy, or you're the head of the household, whether it's your own household or you're with somebody. Eight of Cups. Ooh. Okay, so for some of you guys, well, for referring to this death back here, Eight of Cups, you may have to nurse yourself at home because of this death, whatever it is. You may have had to make a sacrifice. For some of you guys, like I had said, some of you guys might be going on a diet. Okay, you start from the ground up. You got a lot of excess. You've tried everything that there is. You want to do something in a particular way that sets you free, or something that is easier for you to keep track of. There isn't a lot of having to count steps or write shit down. Your stomach, your waist, your butt. Detox. Somebody's detoxing. Eight of Cups is walking away from something that no longer serves you. So for some of you guys, this is going to be directly relevant to your diet. You might be resetting your body. You might be detoxing from drugs. You might be detoxing from alcohol. You might be detoxing from a toxic relationship. You might be detoxing from a situation where you had to constantly take one for the team, but there was no team. You might have to make a sacrifice. Or for some of you guys, it's your mother. Having to flush out the system. Or you might be flushing out memories of your mother. Maybe at some point you had felt that your mother was toxic, but then at the same time you realized that she was caring and protective and sacrificed a lot for you. So you may have to, yeah, some of you guys may be looking at your past. We're still in the Cancer Capricorn eclipse energy, so a lot of you guys are getting to the source of your issues and detoxing it, getting rid of the old ego, no longer being the mama, no longer being the caretaker, no longer being the first one to be forced to make sacrifices. No more tears, no more tears. Cheers? Tear gas. Tear gas? $33 and $43, the builder of and foundation of ideas. The ideas foundation, the source of an idea. Kahuna, priest, expert in any profession. 33, the roads we travel. My intention is to honor myself by making a deep commitment to developing my unique talents and becoming the expert that divinity has called upon me to be. Wisdom and expertise are the result of consistent commitment to a specific skill. That skill might be unique to you. It may be your special gift from Source. Whether you are already honoring your gifts or you're wavering in giving yourself permission to own and embody your calling, know that an expert lies within you, waiting to be shared with the world. Okay, I did say over here it's possible that you could find you have a new skill or a new tool or that you got some kind of upgrade. Malama, to honor, protect, and care for. It's nurturing. So it's a 43. So it is about a particular relationship, agreement, promise, or contract. Okay, growing, helping to grow. My intention is to nurture, honor, protect, and care for myself, and to create sacred space in my life for my authentic self to thrive. Although nurturing your loved ones is important, nurturing yourself is critical. Honoring, protecting, and caring for yourself is the first and most important step towards being able to offer love and caring to others. Self-care enables you to develop your gifts, cultivate wellness, and be the beloved one. When you feel whole, healthy, and supported, you can thrive, and from that state of abundance, you can choose to nurture your loved ones. Right? It talks about filling your cup up first, right? You know, one thing I didn't do, there was a couple cards I didn't clarify, and I was seeing other things in here too, like in a loving way. Okay, it's, you're not going to do that to me anymore, you need to stop. Okay, what I'd like you to do is to start doing this, and then there's the beginning of moving forward. You don't know where you're going, but you're doing it. You want to not have to defend yourself. You want them to exercise more patience, and you don't need them to tell you they're sorry. You just want to be appreciated. No more sorries, no more apologizing, just do. Stop talking and start doing. Okay, and then here comes the Tower with action. I want to say Mars energy, Uranus energy. Mars is the actual action, and energy is the electric or the shock created by that wave. I want to say a shock wave. So when you ask them to start doing something and do something else, it's possible that they'll commit to it and realize that you felt like you didn't love them when you acted a specific way, or when you threw your anger at them. The Tower breaks down structures. This is saying, no more. We cannot do this anymore. I cannot live like this anymore. I will not do this anymore. Okay, so either you're going to have to pull your shit together and stop projecting at me every time you're fearful, or don't bully me, don't push me around. Okay? Then Ace of Cups reversed. I don't like it. Or it could be, you know, it could be in the fit of anger. You don't love me. Who's your daddy? So somebody wants to be known for giving you things. Or it could be that you want to go home and they prevented you from going home and kept you from doing the thing that was the most healthiest for you. So it's like they wanted you to depend on them. It's like, I want you to need me, I want you to want me, but in truth that situation isn't real. Living with them can be a burden. You're waiting for them to get real, to get clear, and give back to you all the consideration that you've given them. You still have hope. There's some of you guys, you have to move out of your house. You could be thrown out. You could have received a written notice. You're stuck. Maybe you owe them too much rent. Or this could be a lockout. Close doors. Close the doors. Yeah, so it can be evicted. Can be evicted because you weren't able to pay up. Too many bills piling up. You may have had to spend your, you may have had to blow your load on your children or your pets or a bunch of things that you had to fix. You could be waiting for your tax return to get out of a situation. Maybe you, what is that? Not annexation, when you add something onto your taxes. Now filing as head of household. This could also be that your partner talked you up to somebody. I know, I thought I was done with the reading. Here I'm doing it more. Okay, Five of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune on the Eight of Cups. So, projection, the Wheel of Fortune, 5 to 10, halfway to completion. They were thinking of you. Did you need to go get something? T. T. T, the letter T. To a T. Do you need anything? Nah, I'm good. Five of Wands. This can be competition. This can be a new factor that demands you grow. So there could be, you could be feeling bloated today. You could be feeling bloated and you may be like, oh boy, it is time. It is time to go on that diet, or it's time to reset. Time for a reset. All right, guys, one very, very last card, and that's it. I mean it. I'm done. No lies. Card of affirmation. I did say that I would make it up to you, right? Divine order, outdoors, and clairaudience. Okay, so divine order, Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. I did say that, you know, in time you will know, right? Divine order. Look, they're carrying this, this angel is carrying the scales of Libra. We are in the Libra moon. So justice, justified. Outdoors, Archangel Jophiel. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Take a break if you have to, right? To calm down or to silence any fears or any kind of, I want to say overamping, any kind of energy that seems to be unseating you or appears as anxieties. Clairaudience, Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Okay, so this is guidance, loving guidance would be help. That would be this. Help. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I love you. Take care.